it's Jill from Glimmerbug Art Studio, and today I wanted to share with you a project that I've been working on that's taken me a really long time to do. It's a friendship journal that a bunch of my art friends and I have decided to participate in, where we get together. Well, we don't get together because we're all over the place, but we all make spreads on one sheet of paper. That's about 8.5 by 5.5 when it's all folded up, and we send them out to each other, and then once everybody receives theirs in the mail, they can bind them and have a nice little journal of all different art pages that we've all created. And there's about 20 of us that are participating in it, and my friend that's in Canada is the one that came up with the whole idea. So we've got about, I think it's about 6 months to do it. She started it in January, sent out the little thing that said, does anybody want to do this? And we all said, yeah, we'd like to do it. So we started doing it, and it's taken me a long time because you figure 20 pages or 20 different participants. So I have to make 20 pages times 4, that's a lot. So we've been, it's almost 100 pages, almost, not quite, but, we've been doing it for a while, and I've gotten some in the mail already, because some people are really awesome and quick on the uptake, and they get it done super fast. And I've been a little bit slower at it because this winter and early spring has just been horrific for my whole family, with sickness and illness and home from school and home from work and going to the doctors, going to the emergency room. It's just been like one of those awful seasons. So let's hope that we are, fingers crossed, on the uptick of health now that spring is here. So I wanted to just share with you what I've done for my pages before I get them ready to send off to all my art girls. All right, so I'll just show you what I did. So I've got a whole stack here, as you can see. It's a big stack of pages. And what I did was I had a bunch of manila folders. Like my daughter just did one over here, just a regular little folder, and my 9-year-old did this little folder, so she keeps some of her drawings and stuff in her journals in here. So we started that with, my kids love the jelly plate, so they like screwing around with that and making all sorts of stuff. So that's where I kind of got my jumping off point. So I did backgrounds with jelly plates, rubber stamps, collage, some acrylic paint, doodles, that kind of thing. This is a rubber stamp that I had in my stash, and then I haven't really used in a while, so I wanted to kind of get that out and do something based on her. And then I went and I found some cool quotes that are kind of, empowering, girl power kind of thing. This one, be the heroine of your life, not the victim. I'm not a big person who likes to, I don't like people who put blame on everybody else for their problems. So that's kind of like my thing, where I always tell my daughters, you know what, boo-hoo, woe is you. You need to step up and be the tough guy, be the heroine. Don't claim, give a reason why something's wrong. Fix it. So when we were working on this together, I wanted them to see these quotes and to, feel kind of empowered. So that's what I did here. I did stamp, and then I adhered it on. And then this side, I did the background. So the background is, here, I'll move these out of the way for a minute. So the background was just, all the colors. And then I doodled a flower. I just used my trusty Sharpie marker, which I love, love, love my Sharpie markers. And then I went over this with watered down white acrylic paint to kind of make this pop out. And I did a little bit of doodling here and there. Not much, but just a little bit. And then on the other side of the page, so page 3, again, another little stamp. This one was a Diane Reevely stamp, I think. And I haven't used my rubber stamps in a while, so I wanted to break those out and kind of do something with them. So again, I used these on security envelopes that I had laying in my stash, and then colored them with colored pencils. And then across each one, I did like just a little positive word: love, relax, family, that kind of thing. And then the background is the the cool jelly plate. And then on this side, I love Kate Crane. She's got some fabulous ideas, and I saw this picture that she had done on Pinterest, I think it was. And I thought, you know what, obviously I'm not going to be selling these, so I kind of wanted to use that as an inspiration to create a page for my art girls in this little friendship journal. So I went and I found some different, again, positive words: convenient, sensitive, impressive, sensitive, sensible, not sensitive, sensitive and sensible, and trusting. And then I just kind of worked off of her inspiration as to create just a little acrylic body of an angel, and used up stuff from my stash for that. So each page, or each layout that I did, is the same thing, just different colors, different quotes, and I colored all these in with colored pencils and markers. And you'll see I did all different flowers. They're all, oops, everybody's different. And then this one, happy, good-looking, delicious, prompt, bountiful, enterprising. So that way, you know, each person gets a different page. A blue dress, this one I tried to make each girl different skin tone, different hair color, different dress, so that every single one is different, and no two pages of these are exactly alike. This rubber stamp I used on a magazine that I got from the Postal Service advertising new stamps, and I liked the colors that they had in it, so that's where I used that. So yeah, all different ones. And then if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Don't complain. Amen to that. Nobody likes a complainer. Yep. So they're all different, and it was kind of nice going through my stash of things and using up what I already had, and really not having to go out and buy anything new for it, because I wanted to, you know, just kind of play with what I already had in my stash and use some different techniques. I love this one. Use some different techniques that I hadn't used in a while, like this one. I've done paintings like this, and I love doing it, but I haven't done it in a while. So I thought, you know, I'm going to go back to that, and I'm going to do one of my spreads like that. And it was fun, and I like doing it. And to me, it was almost like kind of mindless work, because I was doing it in such an order where you have to do 20 of each page. So that's, you know, 80 pages. So I did like one page one night and one page the next night, and I would just kind of do them in a not sequential order, but, you know, I did all the flowers first, and then I stamped all the girls first, and then I went and I found all the quotes and that kind of thing. So kind of like a little assembly line sort of thing. Happy life, right? Because who doesn't want a happy life? There's my heroin thing, because, you know, with all the bullying nowadays, we just had some stuff go on with my daughter. She's only in 4th grade, and it sucks, but she's a tough chick, and she's, you know, it's hard watching her deal with people who she can't believe that how mean they are. It's like beyond her why somebody would treat somebody else like that. So I've asked, you know, I've told all my kids that I expect them to be the one that stands up for the, you know, if they see somebody getting picked on, that they better never throw the first, but always throw the last, because, you know, in this day and age with all these, you know, sad kids that have all this awful stuff that goes on, you know, make sure that you stand up for somebody who might not be able to stand up for themselves. And I think that's important, you know. So anyhow, I love this one because I did little like white dots in her hair. It's just kind of cool. I love the colors. I did all different brights, and I wanted to do blues on some of them, and so they're all different. And I think it'll be kind of neat to see them all once all the cards or all the pages come back in. See how they all come back as and bind them all together. I don't know how I'm going to bind them all together, but oh, did you hear my little doggy playing with her toy? I don't know how I'm going to bind them together, but we'll figure that out when they all get here. I think we have until, I don't know, I think she said July, but I can't remember. I wanted to make sure I got mine done, so I didn't, nobody was waiting on me. It'll be kind of neat. Pour yourself a drink, put on some lipstick, and pull yourself together. I love that one. That was a Liz Taylor quote. So, and then this guy. So I thought it was kind of a fun little project, and I wanted to make sure I shared it because I'm getting ready to get these sent off to all my friends, and I got to address all the envelopes and get the stamps and all that stuff ready, but I wanted to make sure I shared what I did for these, and I think they kind of look neat when they're all together like that. I think it'd be almost kind of cool to do a separate little, as a separate project, another, almost like a journal with just these techniques. I mean, look at how it's so pretty. It's such a pretty book of color. And I love the jelly plate. The jelly plate is about my favorite thing in the world to work off of. And like I said, my daughters think it's like the greatest thing. They can't get over it. The thing that ticks them off is when they write something on there and then they pull the plate and it's backwards of what the words are. So they're trying to figure out how to write things backwards, which is kind of funny. So anyhow, yeah. So this is what I've been working on for the last, I think, almost 6 weeks it's taken me to do these. Not obviously consistently, but on and off. So now I can finally get these ready to send off to all my art girls, and they can get them put in their books and bound up. And then once all the pages come back in, I'll have to make sure I share what the final book looks like, because I bet it's going to be pretty cool. We got some really artistic people in this group. So anyhow, that's my little show and share for today, and I hope you liked it. And if you like these videos, give me a thumbs up or subscribe. That would be fantastic, because I'd love to do more videos like this. I just don't know if anybody actually watches them or likes them, so it's good to always know to make sure. And visit me on glimmerbug.com, where I have my blog and my online shop and all sorts of fun little things on there. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and do something creative, and happy spring. And now that spring is here, the warm weather, I can hear the birds outside singing. So this is fabulous. So anyhow, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.